Shalom Akim, Kahalan Imna Yahaba Shem Yashab Bashar Kakudash, with double on Instagrams to apostles, Thadi Yashab for the strength in order to make this video. This was the part 2, continuation of the other video where I named it People Are Genuinely, what did I even name it? People are genuinely tired of Esau's system. Then I put spiritual vengeance, spirits of vengeance. Because of course these are the type of spirits that are going to come out in order to get on Esau as well. As well as Jake, during Jacob's trouble, but Esau's going to get his part as well. So the previous video I think I ended on I have so much carnage to commit, which is what the guy said, quoted here. What's his name again? Just Graham. Actually Jacob Graham, that's the thing. Let's continue on. So Graham bought a number of chemicals on the internet and conducted experiments in his back garden before burying some of the ingredients in Formby Woods, recording the location so he could return to the cache. He also had all the computer files necessary to make a 3D printed assault rifle called an FGC9 MK2 Mark II, and the printer on which to make it. This guy's 3D printing weapons, man. Esau's sword. Damn. It's a madness, but this is the spirit that the Most High's putting in the air, man. You got people, you got this guy here, create weapons. Which, it could be Edomite, Jake. I'm not really too sure. But, Most High's will be done. He still put the spirit upon him to do this. And I think the point is, the Most High's have that spirit of vengeance out in the air. But it's gonna get something. The same way of which this Edomite looking, as I said, Edomite looking, because can't be too sure here. Person here had the spirit, or he had that anarchist mindset, going against Esau and the government. It's the same way in Obadiah you can see it as a reflection of a higher matter, where the alliances of Esau alliances of Babylon are gonna then reject it. Obadiah 1 verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, there is none understanding in him. So of course Esau's got people that are about to betray him real good, man. Babylon's going to betray him. And this can be like a small reflection of that. Because even Esau's kind, which again, this is just a face value. You never know. It might be a Jake as well. So, that's always a consideration here. Speckled birds out there, all over the world. But the point is, but even just regular Edomites, man, as the scriptures say, their tongue shall fall against them. So I'm roughly paraphrasing that one. So of course, with that type of thing, this situation is like a little reflection of that scripture of that 1 verse 7, where all the men of his confederacy, meaning his alliances, are then going to go against him. It says the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. So of course, betrayal is coming for Esau Edom. That's why he's going to be confused. Like, I thought we had trust and loyalty and what? No. The Most High programmed the other nations to go against you. You thought you had alliances with, but no. They're all going to go against you, man. Even with the, what's it called? I think Russia and China were working on a new currency as well. That's also another sign of them going against Babylon too. Right, let's see. So it's going to get, in fact, speaking of, get this. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings, nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. See, so this is just like the Most High giving a warning. There's a whole load of vessels that he can just bring out, man. A whole load of vessels, with the programming of the spirit of vengeance, of which the spirit of vengeance can enter within them to start executing people, man. And he said he had a plan to He said after declaring that he wanted to kill at least 50 politicians. You know, that's what the Most High put within his heart to do. You know, as the scriptures say, they lay on sore strokes, and to appease the wrath of him that made them. You know, roughly paraphrasing Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 28 again. But that's it, man. You know, he's creating a pipe bomb. You know, chemicals were discovered. You know, these are certain chemicals on which he could use to create a bomb. You know, he was testing stuff out. Cool. Let's see. Alright. But yeah, let's see if there's anything else. This is pretty much like a wrap-up video. Cause you know, he's got the ideology of anarchism. He wants to go against Esau Edom's kingdom, because he's realized the nonsense that people are having to endure through. Anyways, Graham made video diaries in which he recorded himself wearing a headset, speaking into the camera from his bedroom, with a teddy bear on the bed behind him. He was motivated by hatred of government, which he saw as oppressing working class people, and had developed ecological concerns about pollution, destruction of forests, and exploitation of natural resources. Wearing a t-shirt and glasses, he said at one point, "I've got everything I need to start my revolution." As I said, this guy was hell bent, man. Most I put it within his spirit, a strong spirit within him to just be like, yeah, I'ma slay 50 politicians. And yeah, man, he was eager, man. He was probably one of them. In fact, let's continue reading on, because there was something that he said as well about being like a Bond villain or something. You know, most I reprogrammed it within his spirit to do this. Of course, he was trying to make cautious action, but you know, he got caught. But there'll be a time where, you know, police and whatnot, they ain't gonna care about all of this during Jacob's trouble, man. It's gonna be like every man for himself. And for the electmen of Yahweh Shimei Shai, it'll be a case of they got Yahweh Shimei Shai, and the rest of the heathens and the 2/3 Jakes, for them, it's gonna be every man for himself. But yeah, man, the point is they ain't gonna have nothing. Then we, obviously, Yahweh Ratazah, we're gonna have our confidence and our faith in Yahweh Shimei Shai. We're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep pushing, we're gonna keep walking upon the earth as pilgrims, man, or whatever situation we may be in, you know, in prisons, as Revelation says. You know, we endure through it for the time of which we have to go through. Okay, let me continue on. So yeah, that was 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras 15 verse 16, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." You know, Most High could put a spirit upon a vessel to just start executing people, man. And that'll be judgment as well. So, you know, it's through the spirit where Jacob, obviously that being his name, that's also through the spirit. You can see as a spiritual sign. Another one, you know, Judgment Day, he said he also made 138 videos in which he demonstrated the explosives and talked about Judgment Day, which, as I said in the previous video, the real Judgment Day, which it's a judgment season, to be honest, but that judgment is when Yahushua is coming and those missiles are going to be launched on Babylon. That's going to be Judgment Day, if anything. So let's see, where was I at? So wearing a t-shirt and glasses, he said at one point, "I've got everything I need to start my revolution." Yeah, and that's when I said he's hellbent. He's eager. Most I put the spirit within him to do that and to think that way. Graham told police he was left-wing, but more like an anarchist, adding, "I don't like the idea of a central control, and I don't really like the monarchy. His ideal government would be the size of Merseyside or Liverpool." He said, adding that he supported the Green Party and was an environmentalist who did not like the way that corporations act and how they damage the earth. I think it is fair, you know, this is all Esau Edom's doing as well, man. You know, there's a way of which things need to be done, for which the Most High will be pleased with. But of course, Esau doesn't follow the Most High as well. And that's why, you know, how can I say this? He does not look after the earth. So, in a quote again, he says, I think it's fair to say I was quite anti-government. Graham said, told his trial, I didn't agree with the idea of it. The way certain things were handled, the pandemic, the cost of living. So of course he's seeing things, man. The youth are seeing things, because remember, this guy's 20 years old, and they updated this article before I even did the part 2, man. So I might even play a little bit of the video depending on how it goes. You know, if they got some content, maybe I might clip it out. So, you know, just bear that in mind, okay? Alright, let's see. Because, you know, when I said Judgment Day, this is what I'm talking about. You know, certain things be done through the spirit, man. It's like, you know, spiritual signs, spiritual signals, so which does, you can perceive it, they can perceive it. Let's see, Joel 3. Yeah, this is really the key part. So, this is Joel 3 verse 2. Hold on. Yeah, I'll just read verse 2. So, this is Joel 3 verse 2. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So again, that's going to be that's where the Most High is going to be executing judgment, man. I think Jehoshaphat means Yahweh's judgment, you know, if I recall correctly. And of course, that's definitely going to be a place where many vessels are going to be cleaned up, man. Straight to the spirit realm from there. Joel 2 as well. Yeah, because as I mentioned, the missiles, and of course, what did I even mention? The missiles and Yahushua's coming. You know, Matthew 24 mentions that too. So, let's see. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna try and get a key point here, because the timer is almost up for the screen recorder. Alright, Joel 2 verse 2, a day of darkness, actually verse 3, Salakia. Joel 2 verse 3, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. That's talking about the nuclear missiles there, man. You know, before they arrive, it's going to look like the garden of Eden, which means the place is going to be good and all normal and whatnot. Then after they touch the ground, man, that's when the desolation is going to come. That's why it says behind them, desolate wilderness. Babylon's going to be cleaned. So yeah, that's that. Let's see if I can get this as well. Because, you know, it's all through the spirit, man, what the Most High does, man, you know. You got a guy called Jacob Graham. If I recall correctly, I don't even know. Maybe let's actually see Graham name origin. Let's actually see Graham. From Scottish slang origin derived from English place name Grantham. He could be a J. Never know. You could be a J. The surname Graham is Anglo-French form of the name. Town of Grantham in Lincolnshire, England. The settlement is recorded to 11th century. Okay. Let's see this. Scottish surname, origin derived from Grantham. Yeah, so he just may be a Jake, man. You know, through the spirit, he may be a Jake, but even though, you know, most sides just putting the will within him to do what he's gonna do. Damn. I was wondering that name Graham. I was wondering whether it was Irish or Scottish, man. But yeah, anyway, through the spirit though, his name was called Jacob, and you know, he was working on something called Judgment Day, which was really just the spirit of vengeance placed upon it. You know, to annihilate 50 politicians. Yeah, Yara Tazar, you were edified. because that time was gonna come up. But yeah, shalom, shalom. Y'all bashim